Hi, I'm John Gimigliano, principal in charge of the federal legislative team here in Washington National Tax. I'm happy to be joined today by Jennifer Acuña, also a principal on the federal legislative team here as well, and recently joined us here at KPMG. Jen, welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So, you joined us from Capitol Hill, where you were most recently Chief Tax Counsel for the Senate Finance Committee. Could you just talk a little bit about what that job entailed?
Sure. At the time, it felt like it entailed everything within the tax universe. But taking a step back, I mean, really on a day-to-day basis, it involved a lot of working on the implementation of the TCJA, making sure that senators understood, especially members of the committee understood, how the provisions that we had been talking about over the last year are actually working in the real world, talking to taxpayers to also get a sense of how the provisions were working in their daily lives so that they could comply, and to also provide some of the business certainty that had been sought by the members that voted for the bill.
So we got a lot of questions about technical corrections. Was that part of what you worked on as well? Of course, they're not law yet, but was that something you also were considering in post-enactment of the TCJA?
Definitely. I mean, that was something that began on day -1, the day before signage. We were already thinking about technical corrections, what could be done in the weeks and months and years ahead. And it was just known that every tax bill requires some technical corrections, and this would be certainly no exception.
As a former tax writer, I can tell you that that is true. Even the smallest bills always have technicals. A bill as large as the TCJA, no doubt. Okay, so you mentioned tax reform and the TCJA. Talk to us about what was your role during the run-up to ultimate enactment of the new law?
So I was the lead drafter on staff. I was the senior tax advisor and senior tax and policy advisor for the chairman on committee, and my job was to make sure that the Senate Finance Committee was prepared for a markup in the event that tax reform could take place. And that involved outlining every title from individual to corporate to international, and making sure that there was dialogue, regular dialogue with the senators on the committee to make sure that everyone understood what was being done, why it was being done, and any changes that the senators wanted were ultimately incorporated in the product that the chairman released at markup.
So happy to have you on the team. Welcome to KPMG, and can't wait for you to be able to spend time with clients and our teams out there in the field to share your insight. Thanks,
Great.
Jen.
Thank
Okay.
you.